So we've just seen that England and Wales and a number of other European nations have decided not to wear the OneLove armband today due to FIFA basically threatening them that if their captains do wear the armbands, they'll be booked. And obviously 2 bookings in the World Cup means a suspension, so it's a big price for the players to pay. But when you boil it down, a player being booked to wear an armband, it just sums up the ridiculous nature of this World Cup. You know, I think the associations will be criticised for not being strong and not being bolder, and I think there's some legitimacy to that, you know, they are strong European nations, influential nations, and they could have said to FIFA, look, try and sanction us. You know, you're making a bigger story out of this by banning the wearing of the OneLove armband. By doing this, it's not a much bigger story. But I think the FAs have been backed into a corner by FIFA on this, almost bullied in a way to not wear the armband. Now, FIFA put a statement out saying that non-political gestures, it's a football game. Football and politics apparently don't mix. Well, we've seen with the Qatar World Cup that football and politics have become, you know, they're like Siamese twins. It's inescapable. So it's a shame that the associations aren't prepared to put their players in an armband. I think there are other ways to protest, and I think that we may see that today. But what happens next? Will England be sanctioned or fined for the players taking a knee, which they've said they will do against Iran? Will that be banned for the next step onwards? I just think it's time for the big associations to take on FIFA and say, look, we are not being bullied. There's a sense of freedom of speech, freedom of expression. This would not have happened if we weren't in Qatar. I think the situation is the host venue, the host nation, homosexuality is illegal in Qatar. So it's an issue that has clearly caused a lot of discomfort and made life very uncomfortable for FIFA. So they decided to tell the countries not to wear the armband. So unfortunately, that's where we're at right now. But I think hopefully there will be some possibility for another protest or another kind of show of support for the LGBT community beyond this, which means that they can come out of this World Cup with having made some sort of stance, no matter what it is.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.